Chris Green, Chief Editor of Tech Africa News. We're here at AfricaCom 2022. I have the pleasure of talking to Doreet Oren of Gilat Satellite Networks. Doreet, welcome. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here, and thanks for having me for this interview. This is a very exciting time in the satellite industry. It's very exciting to be back here at AfricaCom after the pandemic. Excited to see all the people here, and I'm particularly excited to also talk about the changes in the satellite industry. The satellite industry is actually going through a transformation. There's what is called also the new space now, with multi-orbit satellites. In addition to the GEO satellites, we have LEO and MEO, the non-geostationary constellations now. And we also have satellites much smarter than before. We have software-defined satellites that require a lot of changes also in the ground segment to speak correctly, to work in harmony together with the satellite constellations and the software-defined satellites. Now, Gilat has been in this business for many years. Gilat is over 30 years in the business of satellite communication. As a matter of fact, now this year, 35 years. And we've been constantly innovating and bringing new technology all the time over these years. And now is maybe one of the biggest transformations with this new age of satellite communication. I am very excited about this new era, and we at Gilat have coined the name the Elastics era. You see here leading the Elastics era, and we've launched our new product, SkyEdge 4, with the tagline Ground Space Harmony, exactly because of the need of working in synchronization very carefully between the ground platform, which is what we do, and this satellite. So I'm very excited and happy to be having meetings here with face-to-face and not just seeing boxes of people on Zoom. So it's a delightful time.
As you say, it makes a difference to sort of be back after 3 years. We've had this gap of sort of 3 years. Today's the first day of the show here. What's been your expectation? How has the show been so far?
Very busy and exciting. People are hugging each other, not only shaking hands now. People are excited to share what's going on. A lot has happened over the years, and people were just behind closed doors and lockdown for so much time. But now there's actually a lot of business happening also face to face, and that's amazing.
Yeah, no, it really is nice to be back, isn't it? You have a strategic relationship with SES and provide them with the SkyEdge 4, as we said. How do you see this relationship developing as you go forward?
Well, first let me start with the fact that Gilat is a partner with SES for many years. I've been in the company for about 10 years now, and the relationship is older than that. As a matter of fact, when I started with the company, Gilat and SES were working very tightly together on our previous generation product, SkyEdge 2C for consumer broadband. And we at the time were working technologically close together to define the requirements for consumer broadband in Europe. And this was rapidly developed and deployed quickly in about 7 different countries with 21 ISPs, internet service providers, and was a great success. And that relationship was far different than a typical customer-vendor relationship. It was really a partnership about working together and developing the product. More recently, over the last few years, we've been working on defining with them the roadmap to enable their O3b mPOWER constellation, which is going to be launched next year. And we are the chosen ground segment platform for this. And that's a very exciting time. And there's a lot of conversations at the R&D level about the roadmap, about the technical challenges and how to best meet them, and how to ensure really that what we do on the ground segment works in harmony with the smart satellite. The satellite constellation of O3b mPOWER is very smart. It's a software defined, and it very carefully changes and adjusts the power and capacity to meet the real needs. And that is something that we can do from our level at the ground system and be in sync with that to make sure that we have the best possible solution to meet the bandwidth requirements. Then these bandwidth requirements, it's important to explain that they change depending on the network condition. It could be because of weather or because of different kinds of requirements that happen on the fly. And that is where we feel very strong in being able to address this need of SES, and very proud to be a partner of SES.
Oh, that's good. It's always good when a relationship and a partner relationship works very well together.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they have here on the floor a booth, or they call it a coffee shop, and I saw to my delight our product over there displayed. It's called Aquarius. That's a modem of the SkyEdge 4 system, and it's already displayed now in their booth. So yes, it is a very close relationship.
We all know that the lack of broadband is holding back all sorts of development across Africa. Satellite is a sort of way to overcome this, but how do you see satellite enabling broadband even in the remotest areas of Africa? Is that something that you're able to achieve?
Oh, absolutely. We've been working in Africa for many, many years, but before that, let me say that this is our vision. Our vision is really, we believe in the right of people to be connected. And that's very important for us globally, not only in Africa. We provide connectivity to the most remote areas in Latin America, in Asia, in Australia, in Europe, in the United States, really all over the world. And that's really in our DNA, the desire to bridge the digital divide. And yes, Africa is a very important place, and we work with many types of customers in Africa. It can be governmental agencies, it can be telcos, mobile network operators. We had education projects here, so we're very busy in Africa in extending the broadband to the most remote areas. I'd like to maybe mention two projects. One is with Africa Mobile Networks, that's AMN. They have the largest satellite backhaul network, and they provide service to many tier 1 MNOs. And that's one project where we feel we're really making a difference in terms of bringing connectivity. This is cellular connectivity via satellite backhaul. And another is a very recent project that we've now closed with Intelsat, also a partner of ours. The Intelsat, the satellite operator, is working in DRC, the second largest country in Africa. And Intelsat are working with Vodacom, and we feel very proud to be supplying the ground segment to enable, the extension of the cellular network via satellite. I'd like to make one more point about Africa, but it's more than Africa. What happened, over the last years of the pandemic was that people were isolated at home. And that was true for everybody. But there was a huge difference between what happened to the people that had connectivity and people that didn't. And we understand now much more than we understood before how important it is, and what a big difference there is between the haves and the haves now. It's really almost like a basic right, like water, like electricity. And that came to play in a lot of areas, such as in business. A business that had an online connection could continue. Health, and also, of course, the business, education, the health, but also social, just social relationships, family relationships. That's what kept people in this lockdown communicating, and those that don't have the internet just didn't have that. So we feel even more strongly about our vision about really having the right to be connected.
No, it's very true, and as you've said, what's happened over the last sort of few years has had a sort of big impact on that. You also have involvement in areas such as military and government. Can you give us some examples as to how your solution can benefit governments?
Sure. We work in a lot of different vertical markets, and one of the strengths of our platform, SkyEdge 4, and also before that SkyEdge 2C, is it's a multi-service platform. And yes, defense, military, and government is definitely one of the verticals where we are active. We have proven solutions around the world, in North America and South America, also in Asia. And this is a very important strategic market for us. We have what we call a one-stop shop of a list of equipment that is used to put together various solutions. The equipment is antennas and modems and a network, and also the terminals, and as well as, of course, a network management system. And that is used, the equipment is used for solutions such as UAVs or man packs. That's like a backpack that a soldier puts on their back and then can deploy in the field. What's important to note is that the militaries of today are net-centric. And it's important to meet the mission-critical C4I needs. And they must have communication from the headquarters to the field and vice versa, and land, sea, and air. And if they don't have that net-centric situation, it's not this age.
They're stuck without it.
Right. We're in the age of communication, and that's a critical thing that we provide. I'd like to sum up on a personal note. Gilat is headquartered in Israel, and Israel, as you know, is very sensitive to defense and security, and I would say it's in our DNA, and therefore we are very attentive and knowledgeable about the requirements of militaries around the world, which puts us in a very strong position to understand the requirements and provide the robust solutions and the secure solutions and the high bandwidth solutions that they require.
No, it's very true with what you just said, yes, as well. One area that was also hit hard over the last few years has been international travel. And of course you have an in-flight connectivity solution. As international travel starts to move forward again, which of course it is, as we're all here in Cape Town, how do you see your solution benefiting both business and commercial air travel?
Look, you're right. You're absolutely right that one of the sectors that was hit hardest was IFC, in-flight connectivity, because of the lack of travel. But we're seeing a pickup this year, quite substantial. We have one of the largest IFC networks with Intelsat Aviation that used to be GoGo. Intelsat Aviation acquired GoGo, and that's one of the largest networks worldwide to provide in-flight connectivity. And we had orders of multi-million-dollar orders from Intelsat to extend that network, also in North America, also in Japan and into Asia. So we're definitely seeing that pick up. And the pickup, we believe, of the IFC is not just that it's going back to normal, but we feel that it's going to be much stronger. There's a lot of opportunity there for probably two reasons. The first reason is that, again, because of the pandemic, people got used to always-on connectivity, those that have the connectivity. And all of a sudden, when they go on a plane, what does it mean 4 hours or 5 hours I can't be connected? And they're expecting that connectivity. So that, of course, is boosting the market for in-flight connectivity, which of course is additional business for us, as we have a modem on every airplane that provides us in-flight connectivity. And the other boost to this market is the free Wi-Fi. We see competition between the airlines on the service they provide. We don't work directly with them. We work with the service providers, but of course the service providers are busy trying to provide this internet to the airplanes for a differentiator. And we see that the Wi-Fi need is very strong now, not only with the business people, but also with the consumers. The consumers want to be downloading, just regular passengers. They want to be downloading their favorite movie or their favorite blog, or they want to be uploading a chat with their grandchild or with their spouse. So we see a lot of consumer travelers also interested, and which is again boosting up the market for in-flight connectivity. I want to say something else about IFC. We also have an antenna, an electronically steered antenna, ESA. And that is something that we've been working on for many years. And over the last 5 years, we were part of the European Commission, the Horizon 2020 vision, the Clean Sky 2 project. And we've been working with Airbus to embed our ESA into that airplane in order to allow connectivity in flight with that terminal of ours with the ESA. And this 5-year project just came to a very successful end this year with a flight test on I think it's called a C295, the test bed of Airbus. And it was using our Taurus modem and our Sky 2C platform on the ground. And we were very pleased with the results of a very successful milestone of the 5-year project.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So Doreet, thank you very much for a very interesting conversation and discussion. Much appreciated. It'd be useful to keep in touch with you and see how things progress, particularly with the digital divide in Africa, because it's important to everyone. But thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me. I enjoyed talking to you.
You're welcome. I'm Chris Green for Tech Africa News here at AfricaCom 2022. For more live interviews and discussions, you can go to our website, techafricanews.com.